Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I have some makeup products sitting in front of me that are hyped up here in the beauty community, on YouTube, on Instagram. Some of them I think are a little overhyped. I'm not a huge fan, and some of them I think are worth the hype. So I thought instead of breaking these up into two separate videos and having overhyped and worth the hype, that we would just mesh it into one. I will do some alternating, going back and forth, and I'll let you know my thoughts. So if you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly, and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup, so if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the K-Bella fam, but why don't we go ahead and jump into the video. I want to talk about a product that's fairly new. Some of these have been around the block for a while. This one right here is rather new. Now this is the Fenty Gloss Balm Creams. 2020 was the first year that I ever tried the Gloss Balm, and I also picked up their Gloss Balm Cream, and this one is in the shade Fenty Glow. Now a lot of people raved about this product here. They said that it was a beautiful lip gloss, it was highly pigmented, it was comfortable on the lips, people were picking up every single shade. Now I don't deny the fact that it's very pigmented, I don't deny the fact that it sits very comfortably on the lips, but I do have to say this falls in my overhyped category. I do have to say I'm not a lip gloss fan. I'm a matte lipstick girl. I'm wearing a bullet lipstick today. I would much prefer a liquid lipstick. So a product like this just isn't necessarily like my type of product. I don't think this is bad, and I don't think this is a bad product. It's just to say that it's just overhyped. Like, it's just a lip gloss. I was almost thinking, when you hear Gloss Balm Cream, I was almost thinking like a cream lipstick, and it's not. It's really just a gloss. So maybe that's my bad, but we're gonna put this in the overhyped category. Moving on to a product that I think is worth the hype. Now, I don't wear a ton of drugstore makeup, but mascara is one category where I'm almost always wearing a drugstore mascara. And then I found the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. I like a more volumizing look. I do typically go in with a couple mascaras. First volumizing, then lengthening, but I like a volumizing mascara. This one here just does it for me. I think I got this as like a sample or a point perk or something. You do have a very thick wand. It definitely coats your lashes. I do want to say, I'm going to be upfront and say it can get clumpy if you're not careful, but that's why I like to follow it up with a lengthening mascara to really brush through. This is one of the few mascaras that I find that doesn't transfer onto my upper eyelid. I don't have like little dots at the end of the day. It's very long wearing. It doesn't irritate my eyes, but I'm able to wash it away completely. This one is in the shade, it doesn't say, 01, probably just whatever the very black shade is. I don't pay full price for this. I would, but I don't. I usually purchase it either when it's on sale, like 21 Days of Beauty sale, or like with this one, I tried one of the mascara sets at Sephora, and it's like 28 bucks. You can try 5 different mascaras and then turn in a voucher, and I got this bad boy. So it's expensive. I want to say it's like $28 for a mascara, and the drugstore has great mascaras, but if you can get this one on sale, I think it's worth the hype. Okay, I may get some heat for this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette is overhyped. I don't think it's a bad palette. It's in my collection. I'm keeping it in my collection, but the reason why I think that this one is overhyped is because when I went to use this eyeshadow palette, it's good quality, it's not bad quality, it's just that all of my looks looked the same. This is the midi size for Natasha Denona. It's a $65 eyeshadow palette. I do love a good bronze shade, but on me, I just found that every look looked exactly the same. They swatched differently on the hands, but I didn't find much difference when applied to the eyes. I also don't know if this is a different formula than some of her other palettes, but with this one, I found the shimmer shades to have a ton of fallout, and it just wasn't my favorite. So not saying it's a bad palette, it's in my collection. I just don't know that like I would necessarily go ahead and purchase this again if it was lost out of my collection, if that makes sense. On the flip side though, I do want to say, my Natasha Denona Glam palette is worth the hype. Again, this is another $65 eyeshadow palette by Natasha Denona, but I found that these shimmers worked better than the bronze shimmers in my opinion. These didn't have a ton of fallout, they were very pigmented, and although I feel like you look at this and the shades kind of look the same, I was able to create different looks every single time I use this eyeshadow palette. So are there some similarities? Yes, but I find that I'm able to like create a very glam look, get something different, something light and easy. Again, Natasha Denona quality, it's amazing. So I wanted to put these sister palettes back to back. I know that some of y'all may not agree, but we're gonna say overhyped and worth the hype. You decide. Let me know down below, do you have one or both of these and do you agree or disagree? But I had to do it. Let's just stick with another worth the hype while we're here because it's in my hand. These are the Shiseido facial cottons. Now I want to say these are $12, so they're very expensive facial cottons, but let me tell you, they are amazing. They feel so silky, so smooth. I've had an issue with like cotton rounds if I'm using them to remove my makeup or even like for my toner where I would be like rubbing my face and then I would have these cotton fuzzes all over. You do not have that problem with this product right here. It's very smooth. It doesn't like absorb all of the liquid. I'm able to apply my toner. It removes my eye makeup nicely without tugging or anything like that. So I know it's expensive, but I think it's worth it. And if you are on a budget, you can cut these in half and make them last even longer. But in my opinion, worth the hype. Another product that I saw floating all over YouTube when it first released, it's by Good Molecules, and it is the Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. I saw this everywhere, all over YouTube, all over Instagram. It was like popping up on my Facebook ads, and I want to say it's like $5. I mean, it's affordable. It's an affordable eye gel. I had wanted to try Good Molecules. Everybody was raving about it, but I have to say this falls into the overhyped category for me. It's not a bad product. It does come out in like a gel consistency, but the problem that I found, let me put a little bit on the back of my hand, okay? Here it is right here. I don't even know if you can see that. But what I found with this product is that it's kind of sticky underneath the eyes. So, I mean, it is hydrating and it does soak into the skin. It's not oily, but I felt like my under eyes felt sticky. Now, if you're someone who maybe like needs an under eye primer, perhaps this would be a good look for you, but it's affordable, so it's almost one of those where it's like, okay, I mean, it's worth $5, but at the same time, it was so hyped up on YouTube that I just felt like it was like a little bit too overhyped. Like it wasn't as good, in my opinion, as people were making it out to be. Next up in the worth the hype category, it is the highlight that I am wearing on my face today. And again, it's your girl Natasha Denona. This is the Super Glow highlight in the shade Fair. Now, I want my highlight to be beaming, boom. I want to look lit from within. I want to look glowy. This gives it to me. It's definitely very pigmented, but there's no glitter. I don't like glitter. It's just like a nice sheen. It doesn't look like a stripe on my face. It just melts into the skin and makes it look like my skin is healthy and glowing. I get compliments every single time I wear this highlighter. I absolutely love it. Again, it's pricey because it's Natasha Denona. It falls into the luxury category, but it's my favorite. It's my favorite highlighter at the moment, and I can't stop using it. The next product I don't have, I decluttered it, so I'm gonna insert a picture right here, but it's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Now, I do have dry skin, and in my defense, I saw my friends with oily skin raving about this primer, saying that it was so nice, it really gripped onto their makeup, it worked well for them. So I went out and bought a smaller size of it, and I have to say it falls into the overhyped category for me. I did feel like it was hydrating. It was a nice gel consistency, but when I would go to put my foundation on top of it, it would pill up underneath my foundation. It didn't matter if I applied my foundation immediately. Some people said, oh, you have to wait 15 minutes. I don't have time in the morning, but I tried. I waited 15 minutes. I was still having pilling. And then there were other people who said that they had pilling no matter what also. So for me, I had to put that in the overhyped category. I ended up passing it off to my friend Smegs for her to try. She found she had the same issue, the pilling up on the skin. So for me, it was a miss and overhyped. we will go with another Overhyped product, and we will end with a Worth the Hype. So for many, many years, I have heard people talking about the Lancome eye makeup remover. Everybody says it's amazing, it gets off all of their eye makeup, and it's like the best thing ever. So I went ahead and purchased a mini size during the Sephora VIB sale. Now, I do not wear waterproof mascara, but I tend to put a lot of mascara on, so I was having an issue like really getting all of the mascara off my eyes. So I'm like, great, this'll work. This is not a bad product. It does what it's supposed to do. You shake it up, you put it on a little cotton pad or a makeup eraser, and you use it to remove your eye makeup. It does just that. The reason why I'm putting it in the Overhyped category is because it works just as well as my Garnier Micellar Water. I have Garnier Micellar Water. I was using that to remove my eye makeup. That worked well. This works well also, but for the price, it's not like doing anything amazing for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad. I just don't think that for the price, it's worth it. In my opinion, it's overhyped, and you can find something more affordable at the drugstore. And the last product that I'm going to talk about in this video falls into the Worth the Hype category, and it is by Pharmacy. This is their Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. Now, I tend to be an oil girl. I like to use makeup removing oils because I find that they don't tug on the skin. They're very gentle. I do have dry skin. I don't want to tug on my under eyes. I already have fine lines and wrinkles under there. So I tried some other balms in the past, and I found that I just felt like I was tugging too hard on my skin. Then I saw people talking about the Pharmacy brand one, and I wanted to try Pharmacy in general, so I went out and picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale, and I have to say, for me, it is worth the hype. This is even like a repurchased one. Like, I used it up completely and had to go and repurchase it because I love it so much. With this product, I just scoop a little bit out, I rub it in my hands, and then I apply it to my face. Now, when I'm rubbing it in my hands, it almost liquefies and it becomes more like an oil, whereas some of the other balms that I've tried would remain very hard in the skin. This one almost turns into an oil. I'm able to remove my makeup. It's gentle on my eyes. It doesn't sting. It washes off nicely. It doesn't leave an oily film, and I just really enjoy it. I went from using the Clinique Take the Day Off oil to using and repurchasing this balm, which is not something I expected to do. But I like that it's in balm format because if you're traveling or going anywhere, an oil can be messy and spill, and this does not. So definitely recommend. And that is going to wrap up this video, 10 products that I feel like are either overhyped or worth the hype. So I would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of these products? Is there a makeup item that you're thinking of that could have been in this video that you feel is either overhyped or worth the hype? I would love to know. But if you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.